Hello, it's Showing That Game here. Welcome back to How to Build a 747 Part 2. I'm showing you how to finish off this lovely body we've created. And I'm going to start with the tail fin over here. And it's somewhat simple. It's quite literally 6 back from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from there. And it goes up 2 and then out 2. So like that. And it does that 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then just a singular one there. Now along the bottom, including that one there which we've placed, it's 19. So count all the way along, and or you can have it as it's just 3 more than there. If you've watched last one's video. If you haven't watched last one's video, good luck trying to replicate that bit. So it goes 1, 2, 2, so it's 3 2s, well, 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, and then it's just 1s all the way up to the top, which is somewhat simple. And just continue on up, like so. Maybe I should have had one, here's one I prepared earlier, sort of thing. Oh look, there's one I prepared earlier, in the distance. Just continue up until you're in line with that, and ta-da! Now this next bit is somewhat simple. You see this line here, you just fill, oops. This is the bit where you start adding your own colours, sort of thing. So you just place this here to remove all the edge, apart from this back one. So you leave that one like that, but at the front you get rid of that sort of overhang thing, and it's just left like that, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I've probably said that about 9 times in this episode. Well, not this episode, as in the 2 parts. Hope I'm not boring you. This is meant to be somewhat entertaining. Although I imagine you're more focusing on how many blocks I'm placing. And then just continue on like upwards. You can have any sort of airline. I may do a special one where I show you how to build a British Airways 747, because I like them. It's a nice airline. Well, a lot of people seem to request it. So, if I get enough requests, I will go and show you one of those. But I won't show you how to build like the entire 747 again, because that just takes too long. There you go. There is your tail fin. Oh. I told you to leave this blank last episode because I wasn't quite sure how long that was, so just fill it in. Ta-da! And there you go, there is your giant tail fin. Right, so the next step on this 747 is the elevators, or whatever you want to call them, and for this I'm going to use stone slabs. Now you extend this one out by 4, and then back, and then do another 4. Like so, and then another 4, like so again, oops, and then I think that, yep, there is another 4, so one more 4, oops, what the hell happened there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you extend this out by 3, and then it is somewhat simple, because this is the simple wing design I have, you just extend it by 1 every time. So continue on. Try not to fly into that. And then you replace that one. And this last one is too long. I'm not quite sure why I did that originally, but there you go. That is quite honestly the entire elevator. You just fill that bit in the middle, and there you go. You will then have your lovely elevator, which you can use to change the pitch of your aircraft. Right, so on with the next bit. I know you'd probably like to do the wings next, but it's quite hard to locate them without doing the doors and windows. So we're on with that bit. So on this very back bit, outer, you have a door here, and then you leave a gap, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can make this glass whatever you like. Now there's multiple types of glass, but I'm going to leave them with normal glass for now. So you then leave 2, and then another door, and then 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hang on, no, not 10, 9, then the 2, and then the gap, and then another break, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on that one, hang on, no, yet again it's the break of 2, and then the door. And there are your windows and door holes, apart from I've missed this bit, so let's leave another 2, and then 1, 2, blank, window, 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 blank, window. And there you have your windows and stuff. So just fill that in with glass and iron doors. Oops, oh well. I'm sure you know how to fill in it with glass and doors, except for the back one, which may... Oi! Give me the door. So you place the doors in, and the glass, if you wish. Any type of glass, depending on what airline you want. In fact, you can now even colour it. Now, this back door is a little tricky, so what you do instead is come in... Oops, not like that. No, I was right the first time. Outside, and you place the door like that, so it's sort of like encaved. And that's how you do the windows and doors. Oops, my bad. Turns out I forgot to do the windows on the top floor. So it's just quite simply in line with the ones beneath, and you blank that and that and that until you pretty much run out. And then at the front you leave 2, and then you have the door there, which it's another one where you have to find the iron door, and you place it like so. You have to fly up, sort of thing. And there you go, you have your doors and windows, if you place glass in them, of course. Feel free to change the colour to match your airline, as I've already said. Now, on with the wings. Now onto the wings, which means this video is very closely coming to an end. Now these wings are quite simple. You start the wing there, and I'm going to cheat and use the block 43. And I'll start with the back. So it's 1 away from that door, and it goes 4, and then moves back and does 3, and then 3, and then 3, and then 2, and then 2, and then 2, then 1, then 2, then 2, then 1, then 2, then 2, then 1, then 2, and hang on, that don't look right. Yeah, it is. That's me going insane. So it's 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, and then 1, and then 3. And that's that one done. And then we'll come over here. And this is very simple. It just goes like that. Just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 sort of thing. But it needs to be like double layered. So it's really easy to do. You just fly backwards whilst placing. Oops. Just as I say that, I place one wrong. And then it continues on until it's in line with this back one, and it just goes like that. Now you fill this big gap in with these blocks, and then we have done the simple wing. If people want to see a different 747 wing design and airlines, I will include that if I ever do an airline one, which I probably will now I've got the idea in my head. So once you've filled that in, your aircraft will look something like this. And now time to show you how to build the jet engines, which are somewhat simple. And then we'll finally be done, and then I will probably have a video about inside and the rest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then here you extend this back by 4, like so. It's double slabs by 4, 1 at the back, and then over 2 at the front. Now I'm going to have this as 2, like so, and then the engines go 2, 2, 2, go all the way back there, like so, and then you just make a box around it, also like so. And always really fiddly. So box like that. And then we have it going the other side, which is also really somewhat simple. And then like that. And then finally you do the bottom one. It's basically just making a box. And like that. Then at the back you just move it all in one, so you get it like 2. And then you need these stairs, and it starts to get more complicated, but not really. So just sort of make it like that. Right, so once you make the box, you just come round to the front and you can place some black wool in it. Or you can go really fancy with the stairs, sort of making it look like a fan, but that can become really confusing and far too much time consuming. Then once you have this jet engine, you build the exact same one, 10 along, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, until you reach this one. And it's exactly the same. You do 4, and then 1, and then an overlap of 2 at the front. Then you just build that one exactly the same, and then your aircraft is done! So, thank you for watching. I'm showing that game. That's your 747 I've just taught you how to build, if it made any sense at all. Goodbye!